this should mean if I leave this, I get something better. Get that ingrained in his mind. So many people don't have a good leave it because they say it negatively.
Yeah.
It's like, leave it, and they put all that energy in the thing that they have. So if all of your energy goes into the thing that he's so intent on, then all of his energy is going to go into eating it. You have to be like, leave it. So if a puppy is out and is supposed to start chew on your shoe, I actually walk over to the treat bag instead of being like, leave it. I'm like over here and I'm like, leave it. And not even just the sound of the treat bag or anything, but I'm putting all my energy into what I want him to focus on instead. I'm gonna show him this. I'm gonna start with it covered. Leave it. Yes. And I'm gonna, because he's very smart, I'm gonna be strict with him from the start and say he has to make eye contact. I can see like a lot of the focus is on the treats. So a lot of the things we wanna break that intent focus. Because a lot of times I reward right away for a puppy this age, leave it. I reward for just that look up. Yes. But we're gonna be extra strict with him and make him make eye contact. And so it's not wrong. He's doing the right thing, obviously, when he leaves it, but we want him to look up here because we'll get a solid leave it that way. Leave it. Yes. And then I just do that little sound to refocus him up. Yes, good. And here I'm just letting him take little bites off of it. When you start to do this, you can slowly start to move your hand off of it so it becomes more visible. Yes. Down. Yes. And the more that you do this practice work, it's really good for the holding the down longer. He'll start to stay down in between each exercise. It's just also good practice for this. And see that?
He's pawing.
The pawing is just like promotes lack of patience. Leave it. Yes, good boy. Leave it. He looks at you. Yes! Good puppy! That was so funny. Oh my god. He has a really good temperament. He's incredible. Yes, good boy. Okay, you want to do this one? Down. Yes. Leave it. Yes! Good. And just hold your other hand over here so you can really see if he's looking at the treat or you. And what I see is the more persistent you are about every time we lose his focus, every time he gets up to regain it, eventually that minute will fill with full focus and him laying down and holding it. So never get frustrated about that. The more you're on him for a set amount of time straight to refocus, redo that, that's great training in its own right there.
Ready? Sit. Down. Yes. Leave it.
That is slow.
Like, let me scan the room.
He really does. That's hilarious. He's like, anyone want to help me out? Get it? A couple things. I was just about to tell you guys how good you do about the yeses until you didn't say a yes.
I know.
I was down.
I
When
literally,
he sat and you didn't say, and you went straight to down.
Yeah, but otherwise you've done amazing about it. But like when you guys string along 3 commands especially, it's got to be like sit, yes, down, yes, very clear. And you guys are doing really good with the down on verbal command. Like I said, a lot of people don't introduce this and I think it's so valuable. When he's at this level with it, that stare off is exactly what you want to do. He's either going to get up or he's going to go down. So the longer you wait, the more likely he is to go down like that. That was perfect. Okay, I'm going to show you another leave it command just because I think this should be a really main focus. A lot of people don't spend enough time on the leave it and don't have a really good consistent leave it. And if he's a chewer, we definitely want to use that. Okay, so for this leave it, this is more realistic when you guys will be out walking. Throw a treat, and I'm going to hold the leash so that he can't get it. Oh, was that a little too far? Leave it. Yes! Good boy, yes. So I'm just kind of hovering him over it. This is very important because a lot of people with the leave it, when they walk by something on the street like that, they're like, leave it, and they're pulling the dog away. The dog is doing nothing on their own. You might as well just not say leave it and just pull your dog away if you're going to do that. So this gives him the opportunity to hover over it without that pulling away and snap out of it mentally.
Right.
So this is going to be so important because the second you guys go outside, he's going to want to eat everything.
Yep. I'm so curious.
So if you already have a really great foundation of this, you're not going to have the issue. Leave it. Yes! Good boy! And you'll see that he'll slowly start to snap out of it faster and faster and faster. Here's the thing about chewing on things though too, and you can start implementing it immediately. So if he's chewing on a shoe, be like, Teddy, leave it over here. Give it to him. And then if he goes back to it, you can say leave it again and reward him. We are rewarding every single time he leaves it right now in the beginning. If he constantly is going back to something after, like, I would say at his age, I kind of say 3 strikes and then you're out.
Okay.
So if you've had to redirect him 3 times and he's still trying to go and chew on that thing, then it's in the crate with his chewing object.
Okay.
You can use a combination of like leave it, but here is what you chew on.
Yeah.
So what the crate does in that kind of situation, you don't want to scold him when you put him in it. It's just like, okay, this environment is too overstimulating for you to make the right decision in. I'm basically going to force you to make the right decision in here. Yeah, and hopefully next time you can do it out here.
Right.
With your clothes and skin though, you can be like a one and done. I think that's super important to just get on top of right away.